Hi everyone, it's Priyanka. Let's talk about conquering the IELTS. I know it can seem daunting, like climbing a mountain, but trust me, with the right tools, you can reach the summit. Think of vocabulary as your climbing gear. It's essential for navigating the tricky terrain of the IELTS exam. A strong vocabulary is your secret weapon. It unlocks clarity, precision, and fluency, all crucial for a stellar score. Imagine yourself confidently expressing your ideas, effortlessly understanding complex texts. That's the power of a well-honed vocabulary. But here's the best part. Boosting your vocabulary doesn't have to be a tedious chore. In fact, it can be an exciting journey of discovery. Think of it as adding vibrant colors to your language palette. So, are you ready to unlock your IELTS potential and achieve that dream Band 8? Let's begin our journey to linguistic mastery. Let's be real. The IELTS isn't just about knowing basic English. It's about showcasing your ability to communicate effectively and impressively. That's where a robust vocabulary comes in. Think of it like this. You wouldn't wear your everyday clothes to a red carpet event, right? Similarly, you need to elevate your language for the IELTS. Using high-level vocabulary demonstrates your language proficiency to the examiners. It shows you can handle complex ideas and articulate them with nuance and sophistication. This is precisely what differentiates a Band 6 from a Band 8 candidate. Remember, vocabulary isn't just about using big words for the sake of it. It's about choosing the right words to convey your message with precision and impact. It's about painting vivid pictures with your words and captivating your audience. Now, you might be thinking, what exactly is high-band vocabulary? It's not about memorizing obscure words from the dictionary. It's about using words that are precise, impactful, and appropriate for the context. Think of words like compelling, insightful, persuasive. These words add depth and sophistication to your language. They elevate your writing and speaking, making your arguments more convincing and your descriptions more vivid. Imagine describing a beautiful sunset. Instead of saying the sunset was pretty, you could say the sky erupted in a breathtaking kaleidoscope of colors, painting the horizon with hues of crimson, gold, and violet. See the difference? High-band vocabulary helps you create imagery, evoke emotions, and leave a lasting impression on the listener or reader. It's about using language that is both beautiful and effective. Here's a secret. Memorizing long lists of words won't get you very far in the IELTS. The key is to understand the meaning, usage, and nuances of words in context. Think of words as tools. Each tool has a specific purpose and function. You wouldn't use a hammer to tighten a screw, would you? Similarly, you need to use words appropriately to convey your intended meaning. Learn how to use synonyms effectively to avoid repetition and add variety to your language. Understand the subtle differences between similar words like happy, content, and elated. Each word conveys a slightly different shade of meaning. Mastering vocabulary is about understanding the nuances of language and using words with precision and intent. It's about becoming a wordsmith, crafting your language with care and skill. Section 5. Ready to elevate your language? Your 30-minute transformation starts now. So, are you ready to embark on this exciting journey of vocabulary enrichment? The good news is, you don't need to spend hours poring over dictionaries. In the next sections, I'm going to share some practical and enjoyable strategies to boost your vocabulary in just 30 minutes. We'll explore effective techniques, common high-band words, and resources to help you practice consistently. Remember, even small steps taken consistently can lead to significant progress. So let's ditch the fear, embrace the challenge, and unlock the world of high-band vocabulary together. Section 1. Word Powerhouse. Building your vocabulary arsenal. Alright, let's get practical. Building a strong vocabulary doesn't happen overnight. It's like building a muscle. It requires consistent effort and the right kind of training. Think of your vocabulary as a treasure chest. Every new word you learn is a precious gem you add to your collection. The more gems you have, the richer and more vibrant your language becomes. But where do you find these gems? Start by identifying your weak areas. Are you struggling with academic vocabulary? Or do you need to brush up on your idioms and phrasal verbs? Once you know your focus areas, you can target your learning effectively. Don't try to learn everything at once. Focus on mastering a few new words every day. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Section 2. Context is king. Understanding words in their natural habitat. Here's a secret weapon in your vocabulary arsenal. Context. Words are like chameleons. They can change their meaning depending on the environment they're in. Imagine seeing the word bright in isolation. Does it refer to a shining light, an intelligent person, or a vibrant color? The context will tell you. When you encounter a new word, don't just memorize its definition. Pay attention to the surrounding words, the sentence structure, and the overall meaning of the passage. This will give you valuable clues about the word's usage and connotation. Remember, understanding a word in context is far more effective than simply memorizing its dictionary definition. It helps you internalize the word's meaning and use it naturally in your own writing and speaking. Section 3. Read, listen, learn. Immersing yourself in language. Want to know the most enjoyable way to expand your vocabulary? Immerse yourself in the English language. Read widely, listen actively, and watch English language content with a keen ear. Think of it as a linguistic adventure. Explore different genres of books from fiction to nonfiction, and delve into topics that interest you. Listen to podcasts, watch documentaries, and even tune into English news channels. Pay attention to how words are used in different contexts, and try to incorporate them into your own vocabulary. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more natural it will become for you to understand and use a wide range of vocabulary. It's like learning a new dance move. The more you practice, the smoother your moves become. Section 4. Practice makes perfect exercises to sharpen your skills. Now that you're armed with new words and a deeper understanding of context, it's time to put your knowledge into practice. Remember, the key to mastering vocabulary is active learning. Don't just passively read or listen, engage with the language. Write down new words you encounter, create flashcards, and use them in sentences. The more you use a word, the more likely you are to remember it. Try word association games, crossword puzzles, and vocabulary quizzes to test your knowledge and make learning fun. You can even find online resources and apps specifically designed to help you improve your IELTS vocabulary. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you exercise your vocabulary muscles, the stronger and more flexible they will become. Section 5. Time to shine. Putting your new vocabulary into action. Congratulations! You've been diligently building your vocabulary arsenal, understanding words in context, and practicing your skills. Now it's time to put your newfound knowledge into action. Don't be afraid to use your new vocabulary in your everyday conversations and writing. Start small. Incorporate a few new words into your emails, social media posts, or even casual conversations with friends. The more you use these words, the more confident you'll become. Remember, the IELTS exam is not just about showcasing your knowledge, but also your ability to communicate effectively using a wide range of vocabulary. So go ahead, be bold, and let your language shine. The IELTS awaits, and you're well on your way to achieving that dream Band 8. Section 1. Unlocking high band words, your key to IELTS success. Remember those big words you thought you'd never use? They're about to become your new best friends. Don't worry, it's not about sounding like a walking dictionary. It's about choosing words that pack a punch and show off your language skills. Think of it like this. Instead of saying good, you could say exceptional or remarkable. See how those words add more weight and sophistication? That's what we're going for. Now, I'm not saying sprinkle these words randomly in your speaking or writing. The key is to use them appropriately and naturally. Remember, context is everything. So, get ready to unlock a treasure trove of high band words that will make your IELTS examiner go, "Wow, this person knows their stuff." Section 2. From commonplace to captivating, the power of synonyms. Let's talk about synonyms, your secret weapon against repetitive language. We all have our go-to words, but using the same ones repeatedly can make your writing or speaking sound dull and monotonous. Think of synonyms as spices in your vocabulary pantry. Instead of using happy all the time, spice things up with joyful, delighted, or ecstatic. Feel the difference? Using synonyms not only adds variety to your language, but also demonstrates your understanding of subtle differences in meaning. It shows you can choose the most precise word to convey your message. So, ditch the good, bad, and happy rut, and embrace the world of synonyms. Trust me, your language will thank you for it. Section 3. Mastering the nuances, conveying meaning with precision. Here's where things get really interesting. English is a language full of nuances, and understanding these subtle shades of meaning can significantly elevate your communication skills. Take the words thin, slim, and slender, for example. They all describe someone with a slight build, but each word carries a slightly different connotation. Thin might sound neutral, slim more positive, and slender even more elegant. Recognizing these nuances is crucial for achieving a high band score in the IELTS. It shows you can use language with precision and sensitivity, choosing words that accurately reflect your intended meaning. So pay close attention to the subtle differences between words, and don't be afraid to experiment with using them in different contexts. The more you practice, the sharper your language skills will become. Section 4. Words in action. Examples to elevate your language. Ready to see some high-band vocabulary in action? Let's take a look at a few examples and how they can instantly upgrade your language. Instead of saying, "the movie was interesting," say, "the film was captivating," with a thought-provoking storyline and stunning visuals. Instead of saying, "the problem is big," say, "the issue is complex and multifaceted, requiring a nuanced approach to find a solution." See how these simple swaps instantly make your language more sophisticated and engaging? That's the power of choosing your words carefully. Remember, these are just a few examples to get you started. As you expand your vocabulary, you'll discover countless other ways to express yourself with greater clarity, precision, and impact. Section 5. Your Vocabulary Toolkit. Resources for continuous learning. Building a strong vocabulary is an ongoing journey, and there are tons of fantastic resources available to support you along the way. Think of them as your trusty tools for language mastery. Dictionary and thesaurus apps. These are your best friends for looking up definitions, synonyms, and antonyms on the go. Vocabulary building websites and apps. Many online platforms offer interactive exercises, quizzes, and games to make learning fun and engaging. Reading widely. Explore different genres, from novels to newspapers to academic journals. Pay attention to how words are used in various contexts. Remember, consistency is key. Dedicate even just 15 to 20 minutes each day to practicing your vocabulary, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you progress. Section 1. Beyond Words, the Power of Context in Communication. We've talked a lot about words, but here's a secret. True communication goes beyond just individual words. It's about understanding the context in which those words are used. Think of it like a puzzle. Each word is a piece, but it's the context that reveals the bigger picture. Without context, words can be misinterpreted, leading to confusion and miscommunication. Imagine hearing someone say, "That's sick." Does it mean they're feeling unwell, or are they expressing admiration? The context, their tone of voice, facial expressions, and the overall situation will give you the answer. In the IELTS exam, understanding context is crucial for both the listening and reading sections. It's about deciphering the speaker's or writer's intended meaning, even if they use unfamiliar vocabulary or idiomatic expressions. Section 2. Decoding accents. Understanding different flavors of English. English is a global language, spoken with a dazzling array of accents around the world. While it's fascinating to experience this diversity, it can also pose a challenge, especially in a high-stakes exam like the IELTS. Think of accents as different flavors of ice cream. They're all ice cream, but each flavor has its unique taste and texture. Similarly, English accents might sound different, but they all share the same basic grammar and vocabulary. Don't let unfamiliar accents intimidate you. The key is to familiarize yourself with different pronunciation patterns and intonation styles. Remember, the IELTS examiners are trained to understand a wide range of accents. Your goal is not to erase your accent, but to communicate clearly and effectively, regardless of how you pronounce words. Section 3. Context is queen examples of words in action. Let's look at some examples of how context can dramatically change the meaning of a word. Brilliant. A scientist might use this word to describe a groundbreaking discovery, while a friend might use it to express excitement about a new movie. Cool. This word can describe a refreshing drink, a calm demeanor, or a trendy fashion style, depending on the context. Run. You could run a marathon, run a business, or run an errand. The context tells you which meaning is intended. See how the same word can convey vastly different meanings depending on the situation? That's the power and the challenge of context. In the IELTS exam, pay close attention to the surrounding words, the overall topic, and the speaker's or writer's tone to decipher the intended meaning. Section 4. Active listening, your secret weapon for contextual understanding. For the IELTS listening section, active listening is your secret weapon. It's not just about hearing the words, but about truly understanding the message behind them. Think of your brain as a detective, constantly gathering clues to solve a mystery. Every word, every pause, every intonation change is a clue that can help you decipher the speaker's intended meaning. Don't just passively listen, engage with the audio. Pay attention to the speaker's tone of voice, their emphasis on certain words, and any pauses or hesitations. These nonverbal cues can reveal a lot about their attitude, emotions, and intended meaning. Remember, active listening is a skill that takes practice. The more you listen attentively to different accents and speaking styles, the better you'll become at decoding their messages. Section 5. Bridging the gap, strategies for accent comprehension. Encountering unfamiliar accents in the IELTS listening section can feel like listening to a foreign language, even if it's technically English. But don't worry, there are strategies to bridge this gap. Expose yourself. Listen to a variety of English accents: British, American, Australian, Canadian, Indian, and more. The more you listen, the more familiar you'll become with different pronunciation patterns. Focus on keywords. Even if you miss a few words, try to identify the keywords and phrases that convey the main ideas. The context will often help you fill in the blanks. Don't panic. If you encounter an accent you find difficult to understand, don't panic. Take a deep breath, focus on the overall context, and try to pick out key information. Remember, the IELTS exam is designed to be challenging, but it's not impossible. With practice and the right strategies, you can overcome the accent barrier and achieve your desired score. Section 1. The daily grind. Making vocabulary practice a habit. We've explored a world of strategies and resources, but the real magic happens when you integrate vocabulary building into your daily routine. Consistency is your secret weapon for long-term success. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You wouldn't expect pearly whites by brushing only once a month, right? Similarly, consistent vocabulary practice, even in small doses, yields remarkable results over time. Dedicate a specific time each day, even just 15 to 20 minutes, to vocabulary building. Make it a non-negotiable part of your schedule, just like any important appointment. Remember, consistency trumps intensity. It's better to practice a little bit every day than to cram a lot of information in one go and forget it all the next day. Section 2. Beyond rote learning, engaging activities for language mastery. Who said vocabulary building had to be boring? Ditch the flashcards and dictionaries for a moment and embrace activities that make learning fun and engaging. Think of it like a game. We're more likely to remember things we enjoy learning, aren't we? So let's turn vocabulary building into an exciting adventure. Word of the day. Challenge yourself to learn one new word each day and use it in a sentence. Create your own crosswords. Designing your own puzzles helps you actively recall and apply new vocabulary. Join a book club. Discuss books with others to expand your vocabulary and gain different perspectives on language use. Watch movies and TV shows. Pay attention to the dialogue and try to identify new words and expressions. Remember, learning is most effective when it's enjoyable. So, get creative, have fun, and watch your vocabulary soar. Section 3. Tech to the rescue. Apps and websites for vocabulary enhancement. We live in a digital age, so why not leverage technology to boost your vocabulary? Countless apps and websites offer interactive exercises, personalized learning plans, and gamified challenges to make learning addictive. Think of these tools as your digital vocabulary coaches, always available to guide and motivate you on your language journey. Memrise uses mnemonics and spaced repetition to help you memorize new words effectively. Quizlet offers a wide range of pre-made vocabulary sets and allows you to create your own. Vocabulary.com provides personalized vocabulary lists based on your learning level and interests. These are just a few examples to get you started. Explore different apps and websites to find ones that suit your learning style and preferences. Section 4. Testing your METL resources for IELTS-specific vocabulary. While general vocabulary building is essential, it's equally important to focus on vocabulary that is specifically relevant to the IELTS exam. Think of it like training for a marathon. You wouldn't just run aimlessly, would you? You'd follow a structured training plan that targets specific muscle groups and endurance levels. Official IELTS. Practice materials can help you familiarize yourself with the types of vocabulary used in past exam papers. IELTS Vocabulary. Books and websites are specifically designed to help you learn vocabulary commonly used in the IELTS exam. Regularly taking practice tests will help you assess your progress and identify areas where you need to improve your vocabulary. Remember, targeted practice is key. By focusing on IELTS-specific vocabulary, you'll be better equipped to understand the exam questions and express yourself effectively. Section 5. Confidence is key. Embracing the journey to linguistic fluency. Congratulations! You're now equipped with a treasure trove of strategies, resources, and activities to supercharge your IELTS vocabulary. But there's one final ingredient that will make all the difference: confidence. Think of confidence as the wind beneath your wings, propelling you towards your language goals. Believe in your ability to learn and grow, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Remember, language learning is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, moments of frustration and moments of triumph. Embrace the process, celebrate your progress, and never stop learning. Now go out there, embrace the power of words, and conquer the IELTS exam with confidence and flair. Section 1. Your 30-minute transformation from doubt to confidence. Remember that feeling when you first started reading this? Maybe a little overwhelmed, unsure if you could really boost your vocabulary so quickly. But look at you now. You've walked through practical steps, explored high-level words, and even tackled the trickiness of context and accents. That's a lot of progress in just 30 minutes. The goal wasn't to memorize a million words today, it was to empower you. To show you that IELTS success isn't about some innate talent, it's about the effort you put in. And guess what? Every single tip we've discussed, it all boils down to one thing: taking action. Don't let this knowledge just sit there. Section 2. Own your brilliance. You've got this. Here's a little secret. You already possess the brilliance needed to ace the IELTS. It's there within you, waiting to be unleashed. Think about all the challenges you've already overcome in life. Learning a new skill, starting a new job, maybe even speaking another language to some degree. You did that. This is no different. It's about believing in yourself, putting in the work, and watching your confidence soar as your vocabulary grows. Remember, Band 8 isn't some magical club reserved for a select few. It's achievable for anyone willing to put in the effort, and that includes you. Section 3. Lights, camera, action. Go ace. That IELTS. It's time to step onto your own stage with the IELTS exam as your spotlight. And trust me, you're ready for this. Take all the knowledge you've gained today and put it into practice. Read, listen, speak, write. Immerse yourself in the English language with passion and purpose. Celebrate each small victory along the way. Every new word learned, every challenging article understood, every conversation where you confidently used your expanding vocabulary. This is your journey to linguistic mastery, and the best part is, it's just beginning. Now go out there, embrace the challenge, and show the IELTS what you're made of. I believe in you.